Testing 1, 2, 3. The microphone seems to be working. Also, we have a new chat feature today. If I write test, should be right there on screen. What? I invited a few people. Oh yeah, it is actually on the screen. We got a little. Now, where can I put this? The time has finished itself. That sounds too much. But if I turn that off, and turn it back. Right now, that's covering that. So where the hell? What do I do with this? Ah, here's all the streamer problems coming to get ya. Anyway, hello everyone. The countdown has actually started again, so I'll turn that off. Right, welcome to stream, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hello there. Just a tad busy, but I'm a proper mod lurk. Hot fatigue. Hello there, Nikki. I hope you're having a fun time. And Dr. Gnoose as well. Thank you. Anyone and everyone that's watching, welcome. And if you're watching on after the stream, on the YouTube video, you're also just as welcome, although I can't actually welcome you personally because you didn't join the live stream. If you'd done that, I could have done that. And I could have helped you with any problems that you might have. But let's hope that you don't have any. Right. So, Nicky Madison sits at the back and falls asleep. Standard procedure, to be honest. Standard procedure. I mean mod lurk. I don't have a mod lurk command. Anyway, I am once again... I'm once again the Bitcoin Baron. I haven't changed since last time. Oi! I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Right, okay, so we want to go to this one. Right, so it is... Is my volume up full? It doesn't feel like it's not up full. That's why that didn't sound like it's up full. Ah, Jesus, the Windows sound every time. No, the volume that you hear is fine, but the volume that I'm hearing is a bit low. The system Windows sound, every time you change the volume and it goes bloom. At least I stay, if quiet, unlike some. I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway. It's session 2 time. So what have we got planned for this evening then? It's going to be a bit of a shorter one this time because module 2 is a lot of little things that we're going to be adding. Module 3, which is about the audio side and is going to be next week, is mostly just going to be working through just one thing. So I don't really want to start part of that off this week because I wanted to do both parts of the audio at the same time. Therefore, it will be much easier. Tim Kiddo! This evening's plan is Aikido. Hello there, Jim. Hope you're having a fun time. Need to make it to one of your streams again sometime soon. Anyhow, that's part 1. Then we're going to have a break after doing those things there. And then in the second part, we're going to be doing giveaways and text-to-speech. Now, I do have a couple of different methods for the text-to-speech. And also the... Whoops. And also the... Oh, wait. Wait. Streamer error. And also the chat on stream, because there's like an easy way, and then there's a way that looks nicer. And I am a bit late for starting the stream, but I also believe this is probably only going to be about a 2, maybe 3 hour stream. It's going to be a bit shorter than the other ones. So, okay, let's go and have a little... Oh no, there is... Was I... Oh no, I didn't need to do that. Hold on. Yeah, we'll do that, actually. So, just to give you a brief reminder... Oh, that music stopped. Well, that's annoying. You know what? I'm going to add it in. Add in the media source. Add existing. Is it going to be BG music? Nope, that's not the one. It's not that music. All right, then. You know what? Go back to the section title. I can copy it, can't I? Where is it? Title slide music. Here we go. Copy this. Because I'm not going to be playing this video properly anymore. Paste as a reference. There we go. So now it should just continue when we transition through in future. Alright then. So I'm not going to play through this whole video. But there's several different courses which we've got to be doing, which are right here. We're currently in module 2 of course 1. So this is what you have to look forward to. Next module is going to be mastering the audio, which is going to be very good. There's a lot of people that can learn from that. Some people's audio sounds pretty good. Other people, you can tell that they either don't know what they're doing, or they don't know that something's wrong. And other people, you tell them and they just ignore you, which is where Module 4 comes in. It's about, you know, being a bit better at streaming, like some tips and tricks for new people. All right, okay, and then we've got the Blender section where we're going to do some pretty cool stuff, and I'm going to skip through this, even though that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, why is the title covered up? Hello. Course 3 is next level interactions. That's where we're going to be going deep into some stuff, but you've already known that. So what else have we got? Yeah, we're going to have a break in the middle of each session. Like, there'll be like an early session, then we're going to have a break, which is about 10 minutes. Then we'll have the second one. We're probably going to finish early today, if I'm honest. Unless I'm bad, which, I mean, I could be. So we've got that. A little wrap up at the end. Now, if you're watching the YouTube video, I can't help you with any questions that you do have, but there is a little section at the beginning and the end of each session for anyone that had any problems, as well as in the break time in the middle as well. All I would say is, rules-wise, can I animate this? I can. Yeah, the rules are basically there. I'm not going to respond too much to the Twitch chat, although it should be showing on the screen now. Sometimes, not in this scene, because, you know, that would mean me being consistent and having things everywhere, which I don't. But all the redeems are off. Any unrelated questions about anything else can be asked, like, in one of the sections at the end. But if you are following along live and something happens and you're like, oh, this isn't working for me, feel free to pipe up and I might be able to help you solve it. I may not be, but I can try. And STREAMELEMENTS is, we want tub. I don't know what tub means. Oh, yeah. And if you are in the live chat, this goes without saying, but please be civil. Like, you may get something, but not everyone will. And sometimes I know all this stuff so well that I'm probably likely to occasionally make a few mental leaps and, you know, and just assume that you know something which you maybe don't. So feel free to ask it. Bathtub. I'm not going to show you how to run a bathtub stream. I'm sorry about that, Teddy. Also, hello. Hope you're having a fun time. Right. So let's get into it. Okay, and where's the desktop view? Where is the desktop view? Now, we do have a Twitch chat here. It does look a little big, though. I may... Oh, I'd have to adjust both of them. I may make that a little smaller. Oh, no. Oh, no, I've shown my hand there. Can I group these sources? Can I group them? Please let me group them. Where's the group option gone? Oh, no, there is one there. I'm just stupid. Okay, there we go. So that's not too intrusive. I'm basically just going to have the Twitch chat there because it's easier for people that maybe watch later on YouTube to keep up with what's going off if I'm responding to a message in the chat. Settle down, don't make me get the... never mind. Hello there, Pirate, as well. Hope you're doing pretty good. And Teddy. And Nikki's back already. So that's fine. Right then. So first thing that's happened is my display capture's not working. Why is this? Why for art thou? It's literally right here. It's there now. It's literally there. Well, it's going to be one of them times. So everything's here. Everything's good. That's not going to work, is it? No, that's broken. I've updated my OBS, right? So if you recently got OBS, this may... can I turn off that? That might work a little better. So I've updated my OBS, and things look visually a little bit different, and there's some stuff over it. Don't worry about this. I've just been testing some stuff out. Literally, a couple of the things we're going to talk about today, I literally learnt this afternoon, and they're pretty good. So, just to review people on what we've got so far, we've got an intro scene. If you missed last session, go back and watch it, because we set all this up, and there was a tutorial pack you could download to get it. And if you do want to find that, I'll BBSBS in the chat. And there's a link there. If you're watching the Twitch VOD, you can follow that link to get to the YouTube playlist for this series, if you missed any of it so far. So we have a main thing here. Now, you'll notice here that there's a game going off. What I've done is, because I'm not going to be playing a game live, right? But what I've done is I've recorded myself playing a game, which you maybe want to do yourself if you're setting things up. You don't have to do it now. It's fine. I should have asked you to do that as homework for this session. But if you do have something like that, just to remind you, you import it as a movie source, which is like that. You may want to click loop so that it loops back around and doesn't stop playing. And of course, click this file here, close file when inactive. That means it'll unload. That's right. The memory usage here is 340, but when I stop the movie, it goes down to 335. Wait, what? I'm sure it was supposed to take more up than that. Well, maybe I don't know everything. Okay, so that's there, basically. So, the first... Oh, no, that shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. That's also the wrong thing as well. Hold up. I don't have the right script open to keep me on the straight and narrow. Shall we just wing it? Fuck it, let's just wing it. Okay, then. So we've got all this here. The first thing on our list, to remind ourselves, not that I've forgotten, but the first thing on our list was... Nope, that's the wrong one. It was recap and omissions. Oh yes, there was one very important thing that I forgot to mention last stream. And that is, if you remember... The music stopped again now, which is good. If you remember, we had these little things we set up here. Let me turn that off so it's a bit more. We had these little text elements, and we had as two overlays, which we set up like this. I like this one better. I might just go with this one. But you needed a third-party program to run those, which is STREAMELEMENTS. There is just one very, 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 very small thing that I did forget to mention last time, and I apologize about this. What I didn't mention, or I probably did, but I probably didn't stress it enough that I remembered that I said it, was that the Streamlabs program that you have open, you have to have that open in order for these text things to update. So basically, you need to have it open each and every time you stream. And if you close it midstream, they'll disappear. Welcome to the world of being a streamer. Now you have to remember to open things up, as well as updating all your stuff. Hey, I'm playing Minecraft. Well, actually, I'm not. So that was just a little something right there. So we've done that bit already. That was a quick section. Next section, STREAMELEMENTS. Okay. Here's a big one. We're going to set up a chatbot now with custom commands. So let's get back into the scene. We're hop-skipping all over the place right now. So, you won't be on STREAMELEMENTS yet. What is that? I don't know. So this new Opera GX browser thing, I'll drag that in here. So there's numerous tabs, but first, we want to go to STREAMELEMENTS.com. STREAMELEMENTS.com is what it's called. And this is one where you want to have to connect it to your Twitch account. So when you click login, it'll be like, how do you want to connect? And then you can click Twitch here. And it didn't bring up a little authorization box for me, but it may do for you where it's like, do you want to give STREAMELEMENTS access to all this? And then you have to authorize it to have that connection. But I'd already done that, so that's fine. When you first log in for the first time, it'll probably bring you up to this screen here. And we have all these sections here. It's like you're just a few clicks away. The only thing that we really want to do is click on the chatbot and click activate. Will that do it? Okay, that did it there. It did it for me, but it may for you bring up a screen where it says you need to give mod rights to STREAMELEMENTS. In fact, can I unmod? Unmod? Mod. How do I unmod? Oh, it says unmod is a command. Oh, I typed it wrong. Unmod STREAMELEMENTS, because I modded it earlier. You have removed STREAMELEMENTS as a moderator. So now if I tell this to go away from the channel and then click join, successfully joined your chat. The bot is not currently in your chat. So which message is it then? It's got to be one of these. Failed to join the bot. Oh dear. Have I broken the website? It's not going to give me the thing anyway, but you may need to just do /mod STREAMELEMENTS like that. And that's all lowercase. STREAMELEMENTS, just as the title is, like that. And now if you do a command like gamble, does that work? Apparently that doesn't work. Is it buy? Ah, right. So it's given a response there. Hopefully that works. Refresh obs, maybe. No, it's just me being stupid. Like, I wanted to show off that screen, but you can probably figure out what to do, and I've just shown you anyway. So if you use a command like !buy, it should give a response like this. The third Richard, usage, redeem, blah, blah, blah. It's not important what that is, but let's have a look at what it does now. So inside your stream elements here, there is a chatbot section down this side here. And you have all these chat commands here. Now, the Stream Elements bot comes with a lot of inbuilt commands that you can use to check things. Like account age. Is there one for followage? Yeah, there's one for followage. You can use that so then people can do ! followage and it will respond saying something like, this user has been following you for 1 year, 5 months, however long it is, which is pretty cool. There is a couple of these that you maybe do want to have a look through. I think there is one called, is there one called gamble? Or bet? Is it bet? Bet on a contest. No, maybe it's not that one. I'm sure there was one where you could give points, give away. One where roulette, gamble your life away. Now, this is one you can turn on where people can gamble their points and have a random chance of getting more. But I personally turn that off because although it's kind of exciting, it is spammy in the chat because they have to do that in the text chat. So I don't know about that, but feel free to have a little look around here. You want to turn one of these off? Just click this button right here. So I think there's a magic 8-ball. There may be 8-ball. Okay, 8-ball commands only works when the 8-ball module is installed. Feel free, but I'm just gonna turn that off. I'm not sure what that is, and I don't want to waste too much time. But feel free. Like anything that you've got here, any of these commands that you're like, huh, what to do? They do have, if you look down in the help section, they have a Discord you can join. And if you send a message on there, I'll see it, because I'm on the Discord as well for when I have occasional issues, or to help people. Occasionally I'll help people on there. Sometimes I'll get told off and they'll be like, can you just let the professionals handle it, please? But it's fine. Right then, so. Sorry, just having a drink. So we've got all these commands here, which is great, but maybe you want to do one for yourself. And we're going to show you how to set up a custom command right now, and it's fairly easy. We're going to click custom commands. You have no custom commands created yet. Well, add a new command. Now, maybe you're already in possession of your own Discord or something. No, I don't want you to suggest for me things. Oh, it's going to do it anyway. So what you could do is you could have a command called Discord, like this. And then if you... Where is my Discord? There's nothing too personal or anything showing on there, is there? Doesn't look like it. Okay, then. So what you could do is you could put a link to your Discord in. Now, if you've only recently got a Discord, here's a little thing. Invites, you can invite people here. But here's an important thing. Your invite link by default expires after 7 days. But you can change that so that it's a permanent thing. Expires after, never. You can do that and generate a new link. Copy the link like that. Go back in here and paste that in there like that. Activate the command. Anyone can use it, except none of you can, because I'm the only one that can talk in my thing. It's in email. Is it in email? No, it's in subscriber only mode for everyone else on this dummy account that doesn't have affiliate status, so you can't subscribe to chat. Just keeps the chat clean. Anyway, if you now go to your Twitch chat and you type Discord. Yeah, there's also one which works in my... It's the same link. It's the goddamn same link in the other... It is indeed. You'll be seeing it there. It's the same link. Mind you, that's because that's the one that I have on my Twitch chat. What you've got to understand is, as well as having that copy of OBS open there, I've also got another copy of OBS open here, which is my proper one. So I've got 2 screens with OBS on it, just to give you some perspective of what's going on. But that's how you set up a command like that. Back to the right web browser. And as well as the link, you could put something like join the Discord in big capital letters to be obnoxiously loud and save it. And then if I do it again, join the Discord HTTP blah, 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 blah. Oh, it even says if you hover over it, it's a teabag society, which it is. So that's how you can do that. But what if you want to do something more? Well, if you've ever been on my channel, you know I have a command called ! Or is it drink? Is it drink? He died again. What a noob. The counter now stands at 488. Actually, shall I just move this over this way? Right, so you're now on screen. No one say anything too crazy. What I just did there, ! Drink. It has this counter here. Oh, for God's sake, people. Just kidding. Just kidding. Right, okay, so what if you want a counter like that? Because that's a pretty cool thing, right? Yes, I hear you say, through the medium of telekinesis, pyrokinesis. Maybe it's got nothing to do with kinesis. Just being psychic, basically. I can hear you say it in your own mind. Stream Deck, I'll close that. I don't need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to invent that command right now. Now, it's pretty simple. I can probably even do it from memory. So we have that command there. You can add a new command here from the thing. Accept the use of cookies. It's now going to track me. New command. We're going to do a new command. And we're going to set one up that's... We'll call it a fail. We'll call it a fail counter. So this is fail. ! Fail is what I'm going to call it. Oh, did I mention this? User level. You can set it so only certain people, types of people, can use the command. All the way through from just the broadcaster to moderators, regulars, subscribers, etc. I think regular is just like a regular person that comes around. There isn't one for follower. I'm guessing that everyone is just anyone that comes around, like a regular is someone that's following. Maybe they should have just called it follower. It would have been easier, especially for that subscriber, VIP, etc. You get the idea. There's also some advanced settings here, and these can be quite important for reducing spam. I don't know what this box is. I don't know what user level say is. I have no idea. Say, reply, whisper. It probably means, have a play around with it. You'll figure it out. There's a command cost here. Now, most commands, I'd say leave it as 0, unless you want it to be something that they have to pay to use. And they will pay either with Twitch channel points or loyalty points, which we'll get into when we do the giveaways section. But there's another type of points you can set up specific to STREAMELEMENTS, which we'll talk about that then. But user cooldown, that's how many, is it seconds or minutes? It doesn't actually say. I'm going to guess it's seconds before a user can do it again. And then 5 being the number of seconds, I believe, until it can be done again. It might be minutes. It might actually be minutes. Let's find out. Oh, no, because it won't affect me. It won't affect me. So we'll just have the telekinephuse. Oh, I've never heard of that one. What's telekinephuse all about? Never heard of that one. So yeah, you've got some options on here. Another thing, command aliases, right? So we're setting up a command which is going to be called fail. But you might want to say, all right, but if people type die, it does the same thing. So if you just type, do you need the exclamation mark? Oh no, we have to give it something to actually do. Ha! We've gone back to the thing now. So the response is going to be, ha! The streamer died again. And we'll activate the command. Now what's going to happen here is if we do die. Yep, it works like that, so that's cool. The only thing is it's not actually counting anything. So it's gone back to the Discord. Wait, I'm very confused. I'm very confused. We're clicking on this. Oh, right. So the Discord one, we didn't close it. Right. Okay. So you can click on like the bars, the empty area to open and close each one down. So if you want to counter, it's pretty simple, but you have to tell the StreamElements bot in your channel that you want it to do something other than just write text. So what you do is you put a $sign. That tells it that there's going to be some code. And then you do an open curly bracket. Now that's not a regular bracket, and it's not the square bracket. It's the curly bracket. On most keyboards where you've got the square brackets, if you press shift you will get the curly. You will get the curly. Can I make it bigger so it's easier to see? How? That's too big. All right, then. But here, okay. Here, you might be able to see the difference. Okay. So this is your regular bracket. This is your square bracket. It's the curly one. It looks like that. Hopefully, that's enough explanation. Press Shift and square bracket, and you usually get that. Okay, so what we want to do is then tell it to do something. So what we want it to do is to count. So we're going to literally type count. And then what you have to do then is it can count numerous things. It can count different things at once. So you have to give it a label for the variable that it's got to count. Like the number basically is the variable. So you've got to count it deaths or something. We'll say deaths. Actually, no, I'm going to put fails because it's one less number to type after having typed it already. Count fails like that. And then we're going to press save. And then I'm going to zoom out again. And now I'm going to minimize this. And try die. What's this going to do? Has died again. And then it writ 1. Then it wrote 1. It didn't writ 1. It wrote 1. Sorry. What's this? As an addition, you can find command codes from the Google machine once you're more familiar with what Baron is currently teaching. Oh, can you? Oh, can you? Because I'm only doing this one. I don't really know what the others are, except for one, which I'll talk about later. I can't. Oh, yeah. I remember which one I'm talking about now. Okay, but if we do it again now, die, we get 2. Now, you might want to be able to reset this, and that is very easy to do. If we go back to here, we have the fail command, which is here. So what I'm going to do now, a streamer has died. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take away that again there. I'm going to put that code in there, times, like that. So it's going to be, the streamer died number times, like that. Save that command. And then you can have a play around with the advanced settings if you want, but I'm going to move on for now. And we're going to add a new command and call it !fail reset. Now, this is one, you don't want everyone to be able to reset it, do you? Okay, so you're maybe going to want to change the user level for this command, so it's broadcaster only. So only you can do it. And you may want to put something in like reset fail count. This is just got to be text, which is written. Reset fail count, and then you do the $sign, the open curly bracket sign again. Will that make sense what I'm saying there? Open curly. Let me make it bigger like that. So that's the open curly bracket. That's the closed curly bracket. And if you just have like a comma like that, and then you put an open curly bracket, it almost looks like a guy with a beard, like an emoji, not a beard, a mustache, if you tilt your head to the side. So that's a little way to remember it. So open curly bracket, and we're going to do the same again. Count fails, except this time we're going to put a number there, and then have a closed curly bracket in. You need to have a closed curly bracket in, or it won't work. Should have remembered that. That's how you did your dad joke. I tried the dad joke thing. It wouldn't work for me for some reason, but I'm not that bothered. I don't have it anymore. Dads aren't inventing jokes fast enough for it to stay fresh. So we have fail reset here now. Let's have a look, see if it works. So, fail reset, ! Fail reset, that is. Reset fail count. Oh, right. So when it does that little code to reset, it also gives you the number 0. So now if I do fail, it's, he's died 1 times. Fail again. He's died 3 times. ! Die. Check that's still working. He's died 3 times. Fail reset. And it's back to 0. And then it starts all over again. Like that. So that, in a nutshell, is an easy way to set up the chatbot commands. There is a lot more stuff you can look into, like Pirate said as well. But I'm gonna, in fact, Pirate, if you have a link to that Google machine of all the codes, you feel free to drop it in the chat right there. And then maybe people that want to experiment more or learn more can look further into that. Where's the dashboard? It's over here. Bear with. I am not able to bear. My best bear is and it's not a good bear. And now my neighbor's probably reporting me for being schizophrenic or something, thinking I'm turning into a bear. Wait, schizophrenic is where you hear things. Okay, never mind. Delusions of grandeur? We'll go with that one. Okay, so you have all these commands here. You also have some stuff like timers. And this can be pretty important. You ever had one of those things where you go in someone's chat and you notice that they've got a message? Maybe something thanking people for being in the stream or reminding them about the Discord, and the message keeps happening every now and again. This is where you can go to add a message that will repeat every so often. So timer name, what we'll do for this is you can call it whatever you wish to. And I'm going to say that this timer is going to spam my chat with I love spam sandwiches. Couldn't think of anything more creative. Really couldn't. You know what I could do? You know what I'm going to do? Just for the laugh, because I've never actually thought of doing something like this, is count fail like that in the curly bracket. So every 1 minute, it's going an offline interval. Right, so you can have a timer where it's a certain time between happening online and offline as well. Obviously, if it's offline, people aren't going to be really there. So for some commands, maybe you don't want them to show when they're offline. I'm not quite sure what that would be. I don't really have that on mind. But you can change the time for them. Like this one goes all the way up to 120, which is 2 hours. And chat lines here is the minimum amount of lines of chat that have to happen before it will repeat. So if I set this going, oh, I can't set it going because I'm still doing it. Activate the timer. So it's activated now. Will it go immediately? It may do, but we may have to wait a minute. Spam itches. Spam itches are pretty good. You know what I used to do at uni? I used to have like grilled spam. What's this blue box here? Is this hold fast? No. What's this? What's the blue box that's somewhere? Overlay 2. That's, oh yeah, because I couldn't be bothered to actually position it correctly, so I dragged the entire source down, didn't I? Pro tipper me. All right, so it's not actually doing anything yet. Sometimes I have noticed actually from setting these up in the past, these timers, interval one, oh wait, but I'm actually offline. I'm not broadcasting right now, am I? Not on this account, so it won't go. All right, we could have been waiting 2 hours there. Luckily, I figured it out. So we may still have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, at uni, I used to love having like little slices of grilled spam with cheese on the top in a sandwich. That was just carb city right there. It was so good. So very good. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink. And once again, thanks for being here, everyone. Feel free to review the earlier videos if you haven't done already. Welcome. If you're late, you see me after, and you will be in detention. And also, don't forget to check out the link on... You see, I could have that as a spamming message. The little YouTube playlist thing that I've just put in the thing. I can have dad joke /API. All right, so if you want to set up dad jokes, just follow that link. Hold on, maybe I should have a look at the link and just make sure it's legit. All right, yeah, so it has a complex thing. Yeah, if you want to do that, you can do. It looks a bit complex, so I'm sure it won't be that difficult to get working. But I've never seen it before, so it looks complicated to me. All right, so nothing's happening here. I'll type something in case it needs one line of text before it starts spamming it. But we were trying to just... Oh, it needs 5 lines before it starts spamming it. Let's change that to... Can I change that to 0? Can I actually change that to 0? So the chat lines is the minimum amount of chat lines in the last 5 minutes required to activate the timer. Is that a hard set, 5 minutes? Maybe it is. Still, we've set up the command there. I'm sure it's going to start working at some point. Basically, a fetch URL command. Like I said, something for people who want something more once they're more up to speed. Yeah, feel free to have a go at that. But I've never seen that before, so I don't know about it now. Right then, so what else did we need to do? I think, in a nutshell, in terms of setting up a chatbot, you've got some custom commands there, and you've got a bit of knowledge now about how to do the things like resetting the counter, putting in a Discord link is easy. You can just have ones as well which just spam text when people do stuff, like a fart command, and then it'll just, oh, wait a second, isn't there a... I swear there was... Is it not in this? What's this? Points, vanish, love, last seen, timeout? No, I can't find one. I was sure that there was a way to have a certain command. I don't know. Maybe they got rid of it or something, where it had a random series of messages. Oh, I know on the timers, you've got this here. You've got I love spam sandwiches. You could add a separate message, and it'll either randomly pick one or it'll scroll through. I've never used that, but it's there. Just thought I'd point that out. And the command hasn't gone off yet at all, but I'm sure that at some point it will start. The STREAMELEMENTS bot seems to lag a little bit with those timers. Or maybe I'm just stupid and I've forgotten something really important. But like I said before, you get stuck, you need any extra help, you can join the Discord. They actually have quite a lot of people there that are willing to help, including me. Except I'm not there all the time. And sometimes I just watch as people come in that have problems because they've tried to set up the STREAMELEMENTS bot 5 minutes before going live, and they've run into a problem, and suddenly it's everyone else's fault other than theirs for trying to set it up at the last minute, which is always funny. So, that's that section complete. What's next? The next section is showing the chat on stream. Now, this is ridiculously easy, but there's also a method where you can have it look better, which is like if I was to type in my actual thingy. Oh no, the chat isn't in this scene, is it? Is it? Oh no, it is. It's up there. I turned it off for some reason. Don't know why, but have little boxes like that. So this one shouldn't take as long, and it's not as difficult to do, actually. So let's get back in here. I'm definitely not going back to that screen to remind myself of what we're doing next, unless I am. And oh, there we go. This, yep. So I didn't forget to do anything. I love spam sandwiches. Off it goes. I'll just say cool, like that. Oh, and it's done it again now. Oh, that's got to get very spammy, but we'll leave it running for a bit just for the lols. We don't have to, but we will. So what if you want a copy of this Twitch chat on your scene? Right, so we're in the main scene. Let's turn on the game. So why is the game off center like that? What have we done? How did we do that? I don't really know. Oh, and once again, as you can see here, we have that problem, you see, where the game critical information about how the match is going and how long's left is covered up by that, which is not so good. So what I'd suggest doing, if you want to, is to hold down Shift, just to remind you. We went over this last... Nope, that's wrong. Make sure you select the right scene. Now, actually, I'm going to select the movie footage, but you might, if you've got a game capture, want to do that. Hold down Shift, and then drag this down like this, and you squish the window a bit, and you can cheat like that. I can hear the guy downstairs. He seems to be hooting like an owl. He's a big football fan. Maybe he's watching some football. I'm not really sure. Or you can just do what we did last stream and have like a separate overlay, which is like a side view or something like that, because we don't need both of them on, so things aren't covered up. It's up to you to figure out which way you want to do things. Oh look, we've spammed sandwiches again. So what if we wanted to add in to this very busy thing? I forgot to blur out the chat. Oh, never mind. What if we wanted to have the chat appear? Maybe say over here. There's a little space over here where we could put that. So this is actually pretty easy. How do we... This is actually pretty easy. How do I do it again? Right, okay, I'll tell you how to do it again. You want to go to Twitch, and then go to your actual channel, which is up here. Mine is Accept the Cookies. My channel has 2 followers somehow. I'm not sure how. I guess I count as my own follower. Football not started just yet. Well, that's not going to stop him. Right then, so you want to get your chat. What you need to do is click this button on your Twitch page, chat, which is here, and then piss off. And then chat settings and pop out chat like this, which is here. Now you'll then have a little web address pop up here, which is the actual link to your chat. And why does this browser make noises like that? And then we could do this. And then you can see we've got a full screen source, which is our thing. Now, you may already know how to... Yep, that's definitely a noise that just happened. Right, so I could close that. That doesn't need to be there. So, you want to add that? I would say, at this point, you maybe want to add it into your overlay scene. Now, we have two different overlays right here. So you can put scenes, as you can see here, this is a scene. This is where all the actual stuff from our overlay is in this side thing here. And it's just one thing in this list here of sources. So it keeps everything nice and tidy. Oh, yes. Little bonus tip. People, I'm not even, you know what? I'm not even gonna give this a section in the YouTube video because it's so small. But I didn't actually tell you how to do a cool little thing of putting colors on stuff. In OBS now, you can right click on something and set the color. Set the color to be whatever you want. You can even use a custom color. Can I make it really, 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 really pink, for instance? You didn't used to be able to. It kind of gives it a muted vibe. It won't let you have ridiculously strong colors, but you can pick your custom colors as well. So there's a little tip for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add source and then add a browser source. I'm going to do this in the main, actually. Make sure if you want to follow along, do something like this, that you've recorded yourself playing whatever your main game is going to be. And I'm going to create a new browser source called Twitch Chat. Should I? You know what? I'm not going to. So you know that we copied. Did I actually tell you to do that? I may not have told you to do that. Wait, that's the wrong source. Can I? No, I cannot. If I was to go over to here again and pop out chat and then this little web address up here, Control-C to copy it. I may have forgotten to do that before. And then paste it in here. Now, width and height, you're not going to want these to be massive for your Twitch chat. The reason being, you want it kind of like in a small box on your screen anyway. I'd say somewhere. If you want it to be a long box and not very like tall up and down on your thing, I would say width probably about 450, height maybe 200 or 300. And that's kind of how I want it for this one. So that's what I'm going to go with. 300 should be enough. We don't need to worry about any of those. And then click OK. And now if I type test in... Oh, wait, what have we got here? Right, okay, you may have this same thing. I'm going to scale this up a little minute. Animated emotes. Right, so when you first do this, you're probably going to get some purple box like this, which is annoying. Now, this is a source, so how are you going to click on that? Because you can't just click on it. Then it cycles through the sources in your scene. What you have to do is you have to go to your Twitch chat, which is on the side here. Right-click on it, and there is a little option here to interact. That will allow you to click on things inside of here. So you click on that, and it opens up this window. And from here, you can click that off like that. And then hopefully that will never happen again. And then you can close this window and it's gone. But, oh yeah, that appeared too. So this looks good and stuff, but it's now big. So what you might want to do is if you've scaled something up and you want to reset the size of it, you just right click on it and then you go transform, reset transform. It'll put it back in the top corner though. And I'm going to move this to, it's gone to the end game screen here, which is not a great, right, okay, we're back here now. So I want my Twitch chat to be about here, but maybe be a little bit bigger, like this. That's probably good. But I don't want it to be this, if I click off this so you can't see, I don't want it to be this big block like this. I mean, I'm not going to send a message there, am I? It's just meant to show the chat that's there. So how do we get rid of everything? The answer is effects. So this is where you're going to start doing some stuff which is going to give you a lot of knowledge. So you can see here there's a filters option, or you can right click filters here on your thing. Now, this is a browser source, so there's two filters boxes here. Audio filters is if you had any audio coming from this browser source, which we don't. And we're going to get into that in Module 4, don't worry about that. Effect filters is like visual filters, and that's what we're going to do here. So, first things first. There is a filter designed to cut down the size of something, to crop bits away that you don't want in an image or a video or any kind of visual source. So if you click the plus button down here, it's called Crop Pad, like this. So you can do this, and instantly it decides that these menus here need half of this entire window. So I'm going to drag this down to make this bigger, which is going to make life easier. So from the left, you want to get rid of some pixels on the left, you can do that. We're about to crop out the send a message box, but that's fine because we're not going to send a message. In fact, we don't need the send a message there either, so we can increase the number from the bottom. And all of these numbers do is, as you increase them, it cuts away that many lines or columns of pixels from that part of the image. So as the number from the bottom increases, it gets rid of all of that. Now, we want to make sure that there's like the send a message box is there, so we want to be just above that so that line's gone. But don't go too far above it. Otherwise, the first or most recent message, like I love spam sandwiches 11, is probably going to be in a minute, would be half cut off like this. But as it's already filled up the box completely with messages, we can just go above that line like there. And then where this line is here, we want to go just inside of that. That welcome to the chat room, probably, if I type a message to make sure it disappears. Yeah, it's gone now. So we just want to be just on that line there. So from the top, we're going to increase the number. Now, you could type a number in if you want to, but this is so small that I'm just going to let it go to about here. Ah, there's the I love spam sandwiches 11. Now, from this side, you got to be careful here, because if someone did a message which went right up to the edge of the Twitch chat, like, for instance, if I was to do, because at the minute, you're looking at all this, you probably think, all right, let's take off maybe 30, no, not 30, 40, 50, bit more, 60, 70 even, but let's type in some A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, like this. Now you can see it's cut some off there, so be a bit careful. I know I probably over-explained that, but in fact, I would say from the right side, probably don't really, maybe 2 pixels at most, if you like that kind of thing. And then you've got that like that. And that's much less intrusive, and it's got all of the text chat there, which it looks a little bit smaller and perhaps hard to see for you guys and for me right here. You can also, there's a little up and down that you can drag here. You can maybe drag that down a little bit to help that out. But remember, for anyone watching this stream, this is going to be full screen. But also, just to throw a little stink bomb inside of your little comprehension of what we're doing here, remember that some people are going to be watching on mobile devices as well. So try not to make things too small. Like on a mobile device, if someone's watching on a small phone, probably that's not legible. Unless they've got like a super snazzy 4K phone or something. But just consider that. Try not to have anything that's too important be too small and hard to see. So this is good, right? This is all right. This is not bad. Except that it's a bit shit in it. It's a bit like, I don't really want a solid box there. Like for me, that's kind of annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another filter and get rid of the background. Now, to cut the background color, if it is a solid color out of something, you can use a filter, right? And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to use a color key. Now, keying in the biz is basically meaning anything that matches the color that you input is deleted. It's like deleted. So all of this would become transparent. So key color type here, I'm going to change this to custom color. And then I'm going to select color, but instead of trying to pick the color of the background, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick screen color here and then go over here to the background source and then click on it like that. And then click OK. And it's got rid of that background there. Now, the only problem with that, as you can probably already see that it is a problem, is it becomes really difficult to read that text. it becomes really difficult. So what I would suggest, and you don't have to do this, but what I would suggest doing is copying. Can we make, oh, it's going to be a reference, isn't it? Oh, damn. There's a way of making this a bit more snazzy that's pretty easy to do. So we're going to add, actually, no, Twitch chat. It's right here. I'm going to, all right, okay. I'm going to get rid of this question mark pop out. You don't need that there. And I'm going to copy that. 450, 300, that's all we need to know of that. And I'm going to make a copy of the browser source real fast. And I'm going to call it Twitch chat background. Background like this. And then it's the same source. What was it? Was it 450 by 300? Showing my age here. My memory probably doesn't work all that well. What were the numbers in here? 450 and 300. I got it exactly right. Okay, but this Twitch chat over here looks different to this one. So how do we get it to have the same filters on? Well, that's easy. Right-click your original Twitch chat, copy the filters, click on your background image, and paste the filters. But it's in the wrong position as well. So how do we fix that? Well, go back to your original Twitch chat, click transform, copy the transform, click on the background one, transform, paste transform. Now it's moved it to be in exactly the same place. And now we can adjust it a little bit. All right, so filters. Let's go on here. What I'm going to say is if you want to give it a little shadow effect, I think we might be able to. Going to click on blur. Oh, I've lost all my special stuff now. Oh, no. Some of my main scene stuff's going to look a bit weird. It's done a blur. Never mind. That's not important right now. It's done a little bit of a blur here. And it looks a bit more legible. It actually does. It's hard. It's maybe hard to notice, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that bigger. And then we've blurred that. And I'm also going to do a... Is it a color correction? Here. If I make this darker... Oh, because it's transparent. It's not so happy about it. But I can make it lighter. It'll allow me to do that. Could I... Oh, here's the thing. Could I make... Right, okay. That blur looks a bit crappy. There's a better one. It's called Gaussian right here. It looks a little softer. There's another one which is a bilateral blur. Bilateral blur, if you've got a webcam source, you can use that to make your skin look smoother. It's almost like a... What do they call it? The thing where a Photoshop for your skin. But you can play around with that to your heart's content. I'm going to change this to Gaussian. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller like this. And then I'm going to hopefully take a gamble that this works because it might not. And then I'm going to right click, blend. Oh, there's a blending method now. Blending mode and change that to subtract. All right, that's a little overboard, but it gives you an idea. Filters. So now we've got that. Oh yeah, and another thing, the background needs to be underneath the Twitch chat. Otherwise, it's on top of the thing. Now we can adjust the color correction a little bit. So that makes it a little easier to see, I think. All right, you don't have to agree with me because I'm probably wrong, to be honest. Blur, I could up the blur to make it a little better. It sort of works. It's a bit not unintrusive enough. And I've just realized that actually it's in the wrong place here. Like some of the kill feed that's appearing in the game is going down over here and it's making this hard to read. But now we've got two sources. And how do we move two sources at once? Because if we move the Twitch chat, we can actually just drag this down, then copy the transform, then paste the transform like we just did to move the box from there to there. But you can also do something, which is where you highlight both, right click, and group them. You give them a group there. And now you can call this group Twitch chat. Like that. Except that that's going to be very confusing because we've got Twitch chat and Twitch chat. But that does now mean if you click on the group, you can move them both together like that. And that's that done. So that's one way of putting on the chat on your screen. You don't have to do it that way. There's another way. There's a way which I only discovered recently, which is kind of better. Yeah, the shading in the background seems to disappear. It depends what's over the top of it. The background, that's this one. Blending mode. Screen. All right, that doesn't work very well. Blending mode. Multiply. That didn't do anything. Blending mode. Darken. Well, that's actually made some areas of it in the background. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. All right, then. But have a play around with it if you want to. We were on subtractive, weren't we? So we've got that there. That's not bad. That's not bad, in my opinion. It's not great. We're going to talk about a method that's better now. So I'm probably going to take that off there. Oh, and here's a cool thing. I think if you... Like, we're going back to our intro scene right now. If you wanted the Twitch chat on your intro scene as well, I think... Can you add a group? Oh, you can. You can add the existing group from the Twitch chat. And then on your main screen, you've suddenly got the Twitch chat right there as well. And you could do it on your end screen. You maybe don't want to on the end screen. I wouldn't. But I guess it depends on you, really, and what you want. Right, anyway, I need a drink. So once again, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you're learning a lot. If you have any problem at any point, please speak up, because I probably explained something in a very confusing fashion, as I tend to do. Right then, so what is next? Yes, that's method 1 for getting Twitch chat on. So now we're going to talk about method 2. And to be honest, what I'm going to do is Twitch chat is off in this scene. If I... turn it on and then open up, there's a little thing where you can collapse the group, so it's just the group name at the top as well. That's pretty fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these sources so that the background and the chat is gone, and we're going to set up another one. So we've already in the previous thing set up our alerts through, I can get rid of that now, through Streamlabs. You remember this, we had the alert box, we had all of these things here. I did do that last time. Yes, I did. Server error. That's not good. That's very not good. What if I reload? Are you going to work? Oh, right. I don't need to know about any of that. Right then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a Twitch chat from Streamlabs. A Twitch chat widget, in fact. It works the same. It's a browser source that you add to your scene. But I think this one's a little bit better, and I'll show you why. All widgets. Click on all widgets, and probably right here is chat box. Click on that. And then there's a click to copy widget URL. This is like a little preview section here of the type of one that you want to go for. You've got various themes. There's boxed, which looks like that, which is the one that I have on my stream at the moment. Although, is the Twitch chat working? Let me just check. Yes, it is. It's in the bottom corner. It's very hard to see, but it's there. What I'll do is I'll make that... Wait, what's that? Is that... Oh, no, that one's not going to work right. Is it because of that filter being missing? So I'll make that bigger just to compensate. So you've got all these different things. I am probably going to... Right, these badges here are these things. Maybe in your Twitch chat, you don't want them badges there because it'll take up space and be a bit confusing. You can turn them all off. You can just tick these buttons to turn off all the badges. Except for maybe the subscriber badges. You maybe want to keep them on so that subscribers do get a little logo. But not everyone does. All right, so it's just got to put things there. Oh, wait, no, that guy didn't get one. Okay. It's weird. I don't quite know how that works, but yeah, you've got all these options down here. Now, again, just as like I said on the Streamlabs alerts, any changes that you make aren't saved until you scroll down at the bottom and click Save Settings. So we're going to save the settings there. There is a widget URL here. You can click Copy to copy it. Please read the following. I'm not going to. Feel free to read the following. It's just telling you not to share it with people, but it's fine for me because this is a temporary account. And that's a temporary Streamlabs thing. It's not my proper one. So we are going to add a browser source, of course. And we're going to call this one Twitch Chat Streamlabs version, which is better. I just decided to type a longer name in there for no reason at all. You can call yours whatever. Again, you copy and paste in the URL. Well, it copied it for you. We'll set it up to be about the same size. What was it? Was it 400 by 350? What was it? No, it was 400 by 250, I think. I don't even know what it was. It doesn't have to be the same size. It's fine. But now, if I write test in the chat, it's shown it up here. Now, I would say with this one, I've made it much, much bigger there. What was the size? It's going to do my head in unless I match it up. 450 by 300. Right, okay, so that's what it was. Close that one. Twitch chat, it's this one here. Properties. 450 by 300. So a little advantage with... Oh, yeah, because I scaled it up, didn't I? So let's test it now. We got a message there. Except this has the same problem. There's nothing in the background. But this has already got everything cut away for you. So it does have a little bit of an advantage. And I am actually going to go back over here and probably change it to be that boxed one. Just so there's a bit of a background there. And you won't need to copy it again, but you will need to save your settings. I think, yeah, it's cleared the chat. And if I was to write test now, it would be in a box like that. And that's pretty cool, except that box is massive. This is your full game screen. Like for people on mobile, that's very readable, but for everyone else, it's too big. So I'm going to transform, reset the transform back to what it was originally. I'm maybe going to scale it up a little bit. And also I wanted it sort of like over here. So that's probably a good place. Then I'm going to drag that in to there so you can move the sources around, if you remember. And now we've got all the different versions of Twitch chat in the same place, which is pretty good. And am I right in thinking that now that I've dragged it into that group, it has gone on the main scene as well, but it's kind of in the wrong place. We'll move it to there. Is that going to move it in here as well? I love spam sandwiches. Beautiful. I don't know if it's moved it in both places. It seems to be all right. You'll figure that sort of stuff out. It's fine. So, that second method was a bit easier to set up. Oh yeah, and in the second method, the messages delete themselves after a while as well. So if we write test, I think its default setting is 15 seconds. You can adjust it there and save your settings afterwards. You could also mute certain chatters if they're spammy. You can also hide common chatbots, and also hide commands starting with an exclamation mark. So if I was to save that there, and then I was to do the exclamation mark fail, the STREAMELEMENTS bot is a common bot, so it's not going to show that. And that is a command starting with exclamation mark fail, so it won't show that as well. So you can have that version of the Twitch chat not show those messages. But the basic one that we set up first... Which one's the special one? I think it's that one. I'm going to make the special one, give it a color. I'm going to give it a blue color because that's the Streamlabs color, basically. The one that we just set up there does spam that in. So maybe that's the reason why the Streamlabs one is better. Obviously, the only downside is that for the Streamlabs one, if for some reason the Streamlabs website and services go down, this will stop working. So maybe it is a thing where you maybe just want to, just for redundancy's sake, have a basic copy of your Twitch chat that you can turn off or on, just in case something goes wrong with that. So maybe that's why it's good to have two. But if not, you've got the knowledge of how to do them, and you learned something about effects and filters from doing it that other way, and blending modes. I probably didn't explain blending modes at all. In fact, I know I didn't, because it's a bit too much information right now. So, in a nutshell, that's how to get your Twitch chat running. Alright, so we have the one more thing to do in this section, which is to use a third-party program called SNAZ. Now, I hope none of you have Googled it and tried to download it, because if you have, you may have played yourself. I'll tell you why in a second. In fact, I could go for a break now. 10-minute break? No. No, I'll soldier on. I'll stick to the program. So here are your secrets. I have many secrets. But yeah, if you're using a third-party service like Streamlabs or StreamElements, try and consider ways that if those websites were having a bad day and stopped working, how your stream could keep going. That's why we're using both Streamlabs and StreamElements. I assumed by now you'd get AI to do all this. I am working on that. But the problem is, it's not that easy. And AI is kind of stupid. Especially if you have to activate it by voice as well. Because that otherwise, what's the point of AI if you have to still tell it what to do? Anyhow, where's the thing? Let me get this thing up. Right then. So, it's time to get snazzy. Alright, so if you Google SNAZ, S-N-A-Z, first link that pops up is Informa Technologies. Don't click that link. That's softwareinforma.com is a site that will, yeah, absolutely, they will give you the download for the program. They'll also install adware on your computer, which, depending on how you feel about it, might class as malware or spyware or whatever. And it's very interesting to note that they have SNAZ version 1.9, when the second one, which is the actual one, which is the official version, is 1.12. So how have they got 1.19 when this is the last version that was ever released? Well, the reason this one isn't on top, and this is github.com/gmail/snaz/releases. The reason that other one's on top is because this program was last updated in 2018. It is one where basically it runs solely off your computer. It doesn't connect to Twitch, doesn't do anything else. It's just doing math. So after a certain point, once all the bugs are gone, they don't need to do anything. That's why it's fallen down the list. It's because this website updated for every single time I've recorded this tutorial section. Because I was doing this before as like a movie series where I was like recording it, editing it, uploading it to YouTube, and I just didn't finish that off. So I'm redoing it like this. But every single time of the 2 or 3 times that I've filmed this video sequence for YouTube in that other format before, it's always said that this webpage was last updated 4 days ago or something. That's pretty shady because the version hasn't changed. Anyway, what you need to do is click on the GitHub link and then snazsetup.exe. You need to grab this like this and it will download. It's only 1.72 megabytes. It almost fits on a floppy disk. Right, so this is a measure of how many times I've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 versions of it already in existence. Probably don't need to do it again. Yeah, save it over that one. I've just done it anyway. Right then, is this going to open it? Do you want to run the program? Select the language version. Oh, wait, can you see any of it? Yes, you can. For a second, then I was like, wait, is it showing? And then it is. Right, so it'll ask you where to install it. Now, it's important that you make a note of this or even copy it. I'm not actually going to install it. Oh, can I? I probably can, you know. That's, I'm going to call it SNAZ SNETUP. Just because. And I'll install it to there. And before you click enter or anything on this, copy it. Copy that link. You're going to save yourself a lot of problems. Do you want to give it a program thing? I mean, you can do. Oh, it's got to do it whether you want it to or not. Never mind. Create a desktop shortcut. But I am not going to click the final step of clicking next on that because I already have... Or can I? Ah, fuck it. Let's do it. YOLO, you only live once. All right, that's done. And then we click launch at the end. So I'm sure that's not going to be a problem that's going to come back to bite me in the ass. Right, so you get up this really, really sexy looking screen right here. I wish I could somehow make this a little bigger because it's a little hard to read in that format. Is there a way? Is there a way? There probably is. If I was to... Hold up. I'm going to do some on-the-fly stuff right now. If I was to copy that, paste... Oh, I can only paste a reference. Add a display cap. Make it display capture 5. Display capture 4 copy. Like this. And it's actually gone to the right screen, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this copy of the screen bigger like this, so it's a little easier to see. And then I'm going to move it so it's centered on the screen like that, so it might be a little easier. And then I'm going to move this to be there. And I'm going to color code these behind the scenes. So now I have a zoomed in mode that I can switch to. Look at that. I just did some on the fly editing right now. And then I can just turn. Oh, wait. Wait. Shouldn't that be above that? Probably should. And that makes sense. So we have all this here. Now, zoom out. I should really... is there a way to put that on a hotkey? There is, but we'll talk about that another time. I'll just manually do it for now. So we've got all this here. Now, how this program works is exactly the same if you remember how we set up the overlays. Right, so these are text objects, but they are reading from a file. They're reading from a text file. So every time there's a newest follower or something on my channel and someone was to follow, this will update after a couple of seconds. And then it will show on the screen that it's the newer follower, like that. So it works in very much the same fashion, except this one is doing math. And now I know math is hard, but this isn't too hard to understand. So, oh yeah, and I apologize because it's a very bright screen. It's not terribly easy to see. Is there a way? Let me stick a filter on it to make it a little easier on the eyes, because I feel like it's not very easy on the eyes right here. If I reduce the contrast, that seems to do all right. Or I could no, I'm not going to do that. I'll decrease it like that. That should work. And can I also, just because I can, add a sharpen to it? It does make it look a little easier to see that, actually. That's all right. All right, so I apologize for the stark colors, but it's a very basic program. So you can already see here kind of what's going off. There's a section here called time, and it has something at the box at the top where you can edit. There's a section here, but you can't do anything in that. And then there's this, which is here. So basically, this whole section here, is it this? No, it's this one. Right, so here's the text file that it's writing the time to. So if you copy the path to clipboard there, go back to your thing. I'm not saying that you should, but if you want your time on screen, you could have a text file. I'm going to call it txt overly time now. You can call it whatever you want. You don't even have to do this if you like. I don't want that. But then you click read from file, browse, you hit paste like that, click open like that, and you've got the time there. It doesn't have any special formatting, and I'm going to be honest, it looks kind of ass. But there is a good reason why you might want time on your stream. That actually, like your local time. Oh yeah, save the changes. Say if you're doing like a giveaway at a certain time, or you've got something that you're doing at a very special time of your local time. Like maybe a giveaway at 10 o'clock, or maybe you're changing game at 10 o'clock or something. You can have the time up there and then be like, yeah, I'm going to be changing my game and at about 10. And people will then know exactly how long it is until you're changing your game. In other words, they'll know how long whatever you're playing now, you're going to be playing. I'm not particularly a fan of game changes, but if you do have to change your game mid-stream, make sure it's something that you plan to do. And don't just do it on the spur of the moment, because that tends to make people leave. But we'll discuss more about that and why that is the case in Module 4 when we're talking about tips for streaming. But that's right there. I am probably going to turn that off because it looks ugly. But what you could do is if you did want that on, but you wanted it to look the same as some of the text that you've already got, you could right-click and copy on one of your already set up sexy-looking text objects. Paste a duplicate, remember. A reference is just a linked copy of the same object, whereas a duplicate is its brand new own self. And I could rename this to be over ly time. Oh, I can't spell. Like this. Wait, you can't see what's going off. Fuck. So, let me make that bigger anyway. So we had time now, which was there, like that. Oh yeah, you could see the main bit of the screen there. So what we've got now is we've got a copy object, which is right here. So this overlay time, this has the same font and setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from file. It already has it there, but it's on the wrong thing. So if I paste in there like that, now it's in the same style. So if you wanted something like that, now you've got it. I will get rid of the other one because the other one, you know, this basic white one, it's kind of rubbish. It's there as an option. You might not need it, but if you have people that are tuning in from all over the world, doing like time zone math is second only to doing actual chores around the house. It's pretty difficult and pretty tough, especially if you're not good with math. And who is? Huh? Who is good with math? You could make this bigger if you wanted to. So that's how that works. Let's get back to SNAZ. Let me turn on the zoomed in view again. All right then. So what we've got here is we've got the time. As you can see, it says time there, but then there's these variables. There's like a $H, $M. There are little colons in between. It's very hard for me to see that, but it's there. $M and $S. I mean, we're talking about time. So what could $H, $M, $S mean? I've got no idea. Huh. What could it mean? Anyone know? All right. I'll stop being sarcastic. $H means hours. $M means seconds. And it has a dollar because it's like a special function. Good day. Oh, hello there, Suspense. The subject today, we have a lot of subjects today. And you're a little bit late. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into the stream. Suspense. But we've got some pretty fancy stuff. We're actually in the middle of a section now, which is about how to put like a time zone on your thing. And we're also going to be talking about others because there's another section on here which is very important. In fact, it's one that's so important that I use it on my streams when it's a giveaway day. And that is where you say countdown to specific time here. So another way of telling people, oh yeah, I'm going to be changing game at a certain time of day, is to set the countdown to be a certain time of day. And then what this will do is I set this to, if you click this button here, it sets the count to be the actual hour, minute, second, and date of right now when you click the button. But obviously it can't count down to that time because that time is now in the past. So if I increase this and say maybe at about 2030, we're going to have a break. And then if I put in the output format, right, this one has a D in it. So if you have a date and time thing, you can have it counting down to a day in the future because you can tell it what day it is. So I'm going to put in break time at. And then what will happen is when we press start, you can see there it says break time at in 22 minutes. And then there's a little text box that appears here. You can copy that to the clipboard. And then I'm going to go copy and paste again. Paste a duplicate. And I'm going to call this one. And I'm only doing these in the side overlay. I've just realized. Overlay. Break time. Like so. And then move this down here. Now, it's not saying anything different, but we have to change the file. So right click on it. And then, because it's currently still reading from the time file. And then paste in there. Break time at that. Now, it has the days in there as well, which is not very useful for a break time countdown. So I'm actually gonna, if we go back here, you can see it in the background there. You can see it in the background there. I'm a bit not of a fan of this zoomed in view because I know I'm going to forget to move it and stuff's going to be off screen. So I might put it back in a minute. But we can see everything there. I'm going to get rid of this D here. And there's a little colon and get rid of that too. Now already you can see that it has got rid of that extra 0 right there, which is pretty cool. And you could take out the seconds too. You could have it just saying break time at it or in really would be better grammar, would it not? In. And then you've got hours and minutes. But I am actually probably going to put in the seconds as well because I know that some people will be counting down the seconds and it's easier if you can see them. So I use this one on my stream for a giveaway. Now there's one other box down here, which is what it will display in the text box when the countdown is done. So we're going to change this to be break time is now. Tell the zoomer that it's... The zoom is me, by the way. It's break time. Actually, I'm probably more of a boomer, if we're honest. Like that. Now, it's not going to change to that yet, because there's still 20 minutes to go. I will see if I can get through the rest of everything in that time. I think I can do it. I think that I can. So that's pretty good. You've got a date here as well, which is the same kind of thing. The date won't update. So all these are really doing is math. You do have some sections, some tabs up here at the top where you can go through different things. Now there's chronos here. Chrono down and chrono up. These are basically, I'm not going to go into these, but these are basically counting down. So count down from that. But we didn't actually put anything in. Stop. If we was to say countdown from 5 minutes, I believe we could... Yeah, we could do that. And then we could click the start button, and then it starts doing that. And we could use this. We could absolutely use this, actually, couldn't we? We could have it instead of having this movie file. Yeah, we totally could. We'll get rid of that. And I'll add in, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text object just to copy its formatting. So the txt title that we put in before, I'm going to copy that and we're going to make a duplicate of it like this. I'm going to call it txt title rename. Countdown. You don't have to name these as I'm naming them. You can put whatever names you like in. And it's a copy of the same object there. And I'm going to move it to about there. And then I'm going to change this to read from file. Has it still remembered the actual thing that we put in? I think it has. Like this. And then transform, put it in the middle by centering it horizontally, like that. Then we've got a timer like that. That's much more snazzy. Except there is a little bit of a problem with that. And for one, I'm going to get rid of the hours. If we were to use it for this function, we'd get rid of the hours, wouldn't we? Like that. And the hours is now gone. The hours is gone. I'm going to turn this off here for now. The whole thing's gone. Where did it go? Oh, I closed down SNAZ. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's one of the problems with it. That's one of the problems with it. Spam sandwich count is now on 46, by the way. Yeah, it stops now. Right, so one of the problems with this is you'd have to have it open for this countdown to appear. You close this, that's got to disappear. And if you're going to have a certain specific, is this part of your download or can I find online? This is a program. Yeah, you can find it online. I will just, though, remind you... Right, if you search for SNAZ, Informa Technologies, first link, don't click that one. Don't click on that one. You click on this GitHub link here. Softwareinforma.com will load your PC up with viruses. It's worth saying that again if you were to get hold of this program. Don't get the Informa Technologies one. Just click on the GitHub one. It'll open this page. SNAZ setup. Click on that. You're good to go. It'll install somewhere. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So in order for your introduction to stream countdown to run, like if you had an intro scene like this, is you would have to open up this program and set this going and click start each and every time you go live. And that's not too difficult, but wouldn't it be easier if you could just like literally start your stream and the countdown starts on its own? It probably would be, and that's why, I did explain this last time, by the way, and that's why we put in this movie file, which is just a countdown which keeps going, is because it's easier to have that. For instance, like what I actually do is I have a blank scene, right? Just at the beginning of the stream, not at the end, but I have something else on my proper setup. So I have it blank, and then it will load up into the intro. I don't know. You don't need that, but I just have that there as like a nice little fade-in effect. You know, just because when people start watching the VOD, it's black and the building suspense, and then it comes to this screen. Well, it doesn't. It comes to like my intro section, but that's another matter. That is the actual other thing that's there. So yeah, this movie file, although it is not in the same font, and I am going to probably... I'm not going to be able to do it today, but I am probably going to package up. You see, if I move this in it, hold on, let me find the thing first. Is it in here? No. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Right, okay. So as you guys are aware, we'll take a little sojourn right here. As you guys are aware, I am going to be showing you how to use Blender. One of the things I'll probably do for next stream in advance of it is I have already created a set of many movie files, just like this one with counters, which go up and down. So we've got a 7-minute up one here. So it's going to count from 0. It's not actually this big, like the movie file is much smaller, but it auto. There we are. That's the size that it is. In various different fonts as well. There's tons of these, all the way up to about an hour. So you can have countdown timers like that, all the way up to that. I will get all these for next week's session. I will put all these in a little thing with a link where you can download each and every one of these for whatever you want. So there's tons of these. And I made these inside of Blender as well. Nice little countdown that you could have for anything. Like you want a custom, you want a little source, like a little countdown that's you can put on your stream for, like, if you're doing a challenge, like 45 minutes without swearing. God forbid if anyone ever tries to get me to do that, because that won't fucking work. But there's like, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? There's even a Western font. I don't know why. A sort of cowboy style Old West font as well. So those are pretty easy to use. They're just like movie files, but you know, you could use them, just turn them on and they start counting straight away. And I will do that for next time because those are pretty handy. There's also, I mean, oh, I've closed the window now. Never mind. Unless, is it in there? No, it is not. Never mind. It's not important. But yeah, moving back onto SNAZ, I would say that using the countdown, the Chronos thing, probably more effort to set up and get going than it's worth if you have access to like movie files that you just turn on and they start counting for you. So moving on, there's another section which is pretty cool. I don't use it myself, but it is important. And that is, let's make it bigger, the text line changer section. Now this section's currently blank. And I've just realized that this has probably, by installing this on stream just now, it's probably wrecked a couple of settings for my actual stream. So God help me, but I can figure that out. Now that I'm aware of that, I can take the appropriate action before next going live. So the text line changer is where you can type in this box a message. And what this will do, I'll type in red and click plus to add a new line. And then I'll add yellow. And then click plus to add a new line, and then green, and then click plus to add a new line. And you can see you've got some settings here, like switches line every 5 seconds. Maybe increase that to, well, how long does it take to read that? Not very much. And then just like any of the other commands, you can click start on it. And it will start writing to a text file. But what's it writing, I hear you say? Actually, the intro section is probably a good section to do this on. So we have this text countdown here. Oh, the chrono down is done because we didn't put an ending message, so we're just left with the default one. Properties. Wait, I didn't copy it yet. What we're going to do is copy the path to the clipboard, and then we're going to hit browse and then paste it in like that. And now we have red. So we have a message called red. Now what I'm also going to... Oh. It's time to show you guys something. I'm going to move the Twitch chat so it's not at the bottom. Green, that, right, okay, let's adjust this font. Actually, let's rename it first because this is actually something you might really be interested in. Text title, Rand Messages. Could have added a Y in there and then made it Randy Messages. Now let's adjust the font because it's a bit big. Oh, nope, that's the wrong box. Select the font and change it down to be maybe 48. Oh, it looks a bit more pixelated there. Actually, on the stream, it looks good. So we have this here, and it's cycling through these messages. Now, a message of red, yellow, and green is not very good. if you wanted to add anything or delete anything whilst it's running, you have to stop it first. I think it will just, yeah, it will just empty the screen. So there'll be nothing there then. You know what? I'm turning off that zoomed in view. Well, actually, no, I'll leave it because we're back on this now. But I just need to be more conscious that it's there because you want to see me rename that thing. But never mind. I was renaming it down in the section over here that's gone. So red, yellow, green isn't very good messages. Oh yeah, you can just double click to edit it, can't you? You could put something in here like, thanks very much, because this is the intro scene, for tuning in. I'll be live very soon. And then another message. Feel free to type Discord in the chat to join our amazing Discord. And maybe another one like, I'm trying to think. You can follow me on Insta, how do you spell Instagram? Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, God forbid, and even Facebook. Bannock Book, if you are old school. So you probably get the point of this. It's got to cycle through the messages, and I'm going to start them going. But let me have a drink first. I'm about to tell you something amazing. Oh. Also, hello, Ethatch. I did see you appear. Right then, so. Oh no, the messages are wrong. Okay, let's move it to there. Okay. Right click, transform. Center horizontally. It's sorted. What? No. Okay. Right click. Transform. Center horizontally. There we go. No, it's changed again. God damn. You see what's happening here? Is all of these messages that it's doing are of different lengths. So they're not lined up perfectly, even when we click center alignment. I'm about to teach you about something which not very many people know, and it makes aligning stuff, if you want it centralized, so much easier. So much easier. Right, so on your text object right here, click properties. I didn't just fart, but if I did, I hope the microphone didn't pick it up. Now, we've been through all of these text sections so far. We've had a real good time on that. There is one saying, well, there's two sayings. I'm not going to talk about chatbot because, well, I don't know what it is, to be honest. But there is custom text extents right here. Feel free. Something happened when we click that, and now we've only got 2 words. So that's not very good. But if you scroll down, you've got some other options. Now, what custom text extents does, I'm going to zoom out for this. What it does is it makes, can I make this smaller? That would be better to make this smaller at this point. It makes a little box for your text of this many width and this many height of pixels. So this box ain't going to change. It's just going to try and fit the message in there. And as you can see, it's doing a piss poor job. Because what's happening is we can only fit 2 words in. Well, 1 word of a 2 lines. If I move it up like this, you can see the actual effect of it. So this isn't very good. But actually, it kind of can be good. So if we was to set this to width, 1920... is probably all right. And height should be fine as it is. And then click OK. And now click transform. Center horizontally. Ah, it's not in the center. But wait, I think I know why. Right click on it. Properties. Alignment options here. Align to the center. And align to the center, I guess. And now it's in the middle. Now you might be thinking, well, maybe it was just those options. You didn't need custom text extents on. Yeah, you do. Because otherwise the box resizes to fit the message each time the message changes. This is aligned in the center, but the size of the message box's border is changing to fit the message. Because we didn't have custom text extents. And now we do. And now, as you can obviously see, because you're not blind, that we have that message which is right there. So that's a pretty good feature to have in your stream. Now, these messages are going through a little bit fast. If you were to have something like this on your main scene, I would say put down, like where you're doing your gaming and stuff, I would say to put down the delay to at least 20 seconds. With it changing every time, when it does change, it's going to draw people's attention to it. Even if they're looking at something up here, they'll notice something changed at the bottom. So if that's changing every 8 seconds or something, it's going to keep distracting them, which you don't want. But something like this is very good to put on your like introduction scene. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It looks pretty nice there. Or your be right back scene if you have one. We don't actually have one yet. We could put one in. Do we need to set up a be right back scene? No, I don't think there's anything to be gained from showing you that. But basically, you could make up a be right back scene with this. And if you're wondering about these fancy backdrops and the thing on the ending scene, well, if you watched part 1 of this series, you would have had the download already to have like some of these assets in the background of your stream. Because I made the animations and this little countdown and this animation as well, and you're free to use them. But you'd have had to have watched last stream to have got the link. How sad if you didn't get it. Well, you can always find it on the YouTube channel, which is BBSBS. I will put a link in the chat, in the Twitch chat now. And it appears that you, if you're watching on YouTube, you obviously don't need that because you're already there. So, that's all good. And I've just realized that this message hasn't changed in a while, and I closed down SNAZ. Hades the Unseen Plural, hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you around. And that is all I'm going to be going through to do with SNAZ on this. So that's hopefully giving you some insight into what it does. The chrono down could be useful in some circumstances, I guess, but I don't really see much use in it. And text line changer, which is right here, is it's stuck because I need to start it every time that you load up the program, by the way. But the reason I don't use it on my proper stream is because I would need to have this program open all the time. Now, this program takes almost no resources, like literally none, to do. But it's another thing to have open. But I do use it when it's a giveaway day because I use the countdown to specific time bit, which is right here, and I use that for running my giveaways on the day, which is fine. Having it open one time is good, but having it open at all the times, it's maybe a bit more effort than it's worth. It depends on how you think of it. There's nothing wrong with this. This looks pretty good. It's just an extra thing to set up for your stream. And speaking of setting things up for your stream, we're about 1 hour 42. I thought this section was going to only take an hour, so that's not bad. But this is going to be a short section anyway, so that's perfectly fine. So, if we go back to this scene now, we've just been through SNAZ. That's fine. I thought the first half would be a bit bigger than the second half, which is fine. We're now going to have... I have a break thing, don't I? We're now going to have a 10-minute break, right? During this break, there'll be some music on the stream. When we come back from the break, it'll be part 2 time, which is gonna be anyone from still here from that one Dark Souls Discord server. I'm Andre Murderer. I've no idea. But in the second part after the break, we're going to be talking about stream elements again and giveaways. And we're also going to be setting up text-to-speech for your stream in 2 different methods, which should be pretty fun. I can't leave this music on during the break because it's only a small loop and you get bored of it. So we'll go back to the main scene because this is apparently where I have the break section, apparently. This is where I've set up the break group. So let's start that up and see what happens. I'm not even sure. All right, there we go. Is there any way for me to... Oh, yeah, there is a way I could do this. Let me just try and make things look a little more fancier. So, if you've got any questions about what we've been through so far, feel free to ask them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to probably do that right now. So I'm going to have a quick 5-minute break now. The last 5 minutes of the break, I'll be around if anyone's got any questions about anything. So I'll see you then, because I really need a wee. Oh, I'm back. Oh, just did a little bit of exercise to keep me awake. I have a question. Why don't dogs come from eggs? Because they're not chickens. Obviously. Like, only chickens come from eggs. There is no other animal on the planet that comes from eggs. And if you tell me different, I'll call you a liar. Lizards don't do it. Dinosaurs didn't do it. Only chickens come from eggs. And that's the truth. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Teddy had an actual question. Interested to know, as you go along, what can and can't be effectively backed up. So, if I was to... Oh no. Should I just turn that off? Okay, I can... Oh no, because that's got its blurry effect on now. But I can turn that off. So then that's gone. And then I can turn that off. So your OBS is pretty hard to mess up. There is one way that you can prevent yourself from messing stuff up, and you have these little things here. I mentioned these before in the first section. You can have profiles, and you can make a duplicate of your profile. So if you're messing with stuff, you can make a duplicate to mess around with stuff of your proper setup, which you can do. And the same for your scene collections here. Now, I did explain these before. Scene collection is basically like your scenes and your sources right here, and any settings that you've got for anything there. But your profile is stuff to do with like your actual stream resolution, your audio settings as well. This is got to be downscaling. I don't want it to be downscaling. And there's your stream key in there as well. It's a hard question to answer as regards to like how some streamers messed it up, Teddy, because it depends on the manner of messing up. OBS, I don't know how people can mess it up. Possibly what happened was they messed it up in a way, but they didn't know how to fix it. Like, so what they had to do is, because they didn't know how to fix that issue, they had to rebuild everything. But most of the features that we're going to be using in this are going to have, like, Discord servers. Like, there is... Oh, I didn't mean to show anything there. Oh, no, there was nothing on screen. Like, if I go into... If you look here, these are my Discord groups, and down in this one, I'm on the Streamlabs Discord, where people are asking problems right now, and you can get help if you've done anything with your Streamlabs setup. And also, here's a good place to go to ask if, you know, it's one of those rare moments where the Streamlabs services go down, so things might stop working for you. There's also the streamer bot, which we haven't started talking about yet, the Sammy. There's one for OBS itself, and you can ask any questions in there. If you ask for help in the right places, you will get it, and you won't need to rebuild stuff. There's also StreamElements as well. They have a Discord. And all these people are having problems, but anyway, they're probably not aware that I'd be streaming them, so probably don't want to mention that too specifically. So yeah, if you mess something up, there's always a way to just fix it rather than have to rebuild everything. Unless... Officialkins has just arrived. See me after class. I will get the ruler out. Well, one way or another, we're gonna teach you not to be late coming back. And the SNAZ thing is just doing math, so none of those things are things that are really messed up. Oh, shit. Don't act like you don't want it. Okay. Hello, Officialkins. Hope you've had a good day. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could show you specifically regarding backing up. The OB stuff. I don't think there's a thing to just back it up. But if you did ever have a problem where your OBS is messed up and something's not right, your FPS is dropping out, or you're having problems and you want to get them diagnosed, you can actually, like, a way to get that is in OBS, you have, oh, you used to? Oh yeah, no, it's in help. Log files. You can upload the current log file if you're having issues right there and then. And then, I'm just going to do this for the lols, actually. I'm just going to show log files. Oh no, that's actually showing them. Wait, can I, rather than me doing that, because I'm not going to have any problems on mine. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, wait. Yeah, so what you can do, like this guy's done here, he's pasted his login on the OBS Discord. They have a bot that will show you any problems which are occurring right there and then. This guy seems to be alright, to be honest. But if you're having problems, upload your log there, see if it says anything there. It would take you to a page here where it would... Or you can paste your log in, actually. Let's try do that. So if you're having any performance issues, you can upload current log file. Copy the URL that it gives you like that. And there's this website here, which you can find on the OBS Discord, the OBS Studio Discord. Paste in my log, analyze it, critical, 2 instances, outdated plugins. Ah, shit. All right then. It's having a bit of a Benny because I've got 2 copies of OBS open, which it thinks is a bad thing. Well, one's the one that you're looking at and the other one is the one that I'm broadcasting from. So that's perfectly fine. I already know these plugins are outdated. I'll have to solve that. I'll have to solve that because there's a Stream Deck plugin I need to get my hands on. And without stream effects, my stream's going to look a bit shoddy tomorrow. I have no idea what that is. Warning, capture interference. And it will tell you about all the things which could be causing problems for you. Are you still on break? No, I'm just still answering Teddy's question. Anyhow. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. But there's always ways to get help. So I left the break thing on. Because if people are watching on the YouTube, they'll just be looking on the timeline. They'll be looking on timeline for whereabouts it is that these messages disappear. And then they'll just click on them and work from there. So while we're still in the break, I'm going to leave them on. Anyway, take that off. That's not what she said. That's not what she's ever said. Right, okay, let me have a drink and then we'll get back into it. It's not a drink of alcohol. But it will be tomorrow because it's payday, motherfucker. All right, then. I need to settle down. Right, okay. I'll turn that off. And it's gone. That's part of the lesson. It's part of the... It's one of the tiny little things that I thought about when I was trying to organize it so that it works both on Twitch and on YouTube. Right, okay. So where are we going now? To remind you, we're now going to be talking about giveaways. This is a pretty important section, and text-to-speech is a nice little fun thing to round stuff off with. Or it should be. Do I have a... Oh no, he's not on. And there's 2 different TTS methods, and I'm glad that I found the other one, because if you're just getting going right now, you probably want to be putting on as many features as you can that make your stream interesting and fun to be around, right? And text-to-speech is amazingly fun. But, except for a super complex solution, which you wouldn't be ready for right now anyway, I didn't know of any way to get TTS working if you weren't an affiliate in a way that was easy, but we now have one. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty good. So we'll be talking about that. So, StreamElements, right? Where's that? I can get rid of that now. Let's get back into it. All right, so here we are. We're back in StreamElements. Right, so we're going to be talking about giveaways now. Now, if you look in the loyalty section down here, you have giveaways. You have all these different sections here. I don't know what viewer queue is. I'm not sure what contests is. But I know what that is. I do now anyway. But we're going to have a look at the giveaways. Right then, so in the context of stream elements, you'll already know about this if you've been around my stream. We got a door giveaway right here. So giveaway description, giving away. Yes, this browser actually makes typing sounds for you when you're typing, which is a bit weird. Giving away. I wish there was a way to turn that off. I bet there is, but I don't know what it is. Is this a settings cog? Basic. GX. Opera GX. Is there a... Oh, wait. Is there something about sounds? Because it does my head in a little bit. Sounds. Privacy. Appearance. Font. Sidebar. Search settings. Ah, right. Sounds. Please tell me there's a way to turn off sounds. Do I have to click enter to get anything? Oh, right. Browser sounds. All right. Okay. Browser sounds. Turn them off. There we go. That's fine. That's just the way I want it. Right. Stream elements. We're here. Right. Giveaway. So you can give away a title. You can give it a description. But what we're going to do is I'm going to just start one off. So door giveaway. Giving away a door. You can set an image, but I'm not going to do so. I'm going to click that button there. Create and start. Don't worry, you don't have to be following along with what I'm doing right now. We're just about to show off what happens. A giveaway has started. Door giveaway. Say ticket 5 to buy tickets. To buy 5 tickets. A ticket costs 5 points. Now, we didn't look into the points, but you have... Oh, wait. No, I may not have turned it on here. You have, if you look at the loyalty settings, because this whole section is about loyalty, you can turn on a second set of points. You know how you have channel points on some streams if they're an affiliate? You can turn on something like that where people get points as they watch. You've got some settings here, and as you input stuff, some of this stuff will change. Right, so you can give your currency a name. Now, if you're struggling for a name, I actually thought of a really cool one, which I think is both pretty funny, pretty unique, and pretty distinct, and pretty highbrow, where instead of having something like gold, or as I have baronite, you could name your currency sex, but put it as 2 X's, so then it's not going to get, you're not going to get told that you can't have it. Oh, no, you can just have sex like that. All right, so viewers will receive 5 sex every 10 minutes. Right then, so that's what this value is. How much do they get every 10 minutes? Do they get a bonus for following? Insider information, leave that as 0 because you can follow and unfollow and get the bonus again. You don't want people to cheat, do you? Because they could cheat while you're off stream. Think about it. Tipping bonus. If they give you a tip, interesting. I just came up with that one time when I was doing trying to record this for the video series, and I was like, why didn't I think of that when setting up mine? Buy low, sell high, all that jazz. Yep, you're completely right. Right, so if someone tips, they get a bonus multiplied by the tip amount. It tells you here what it is. All non-anonymous tippers, they have to be non-anonymous, apparently, will receive 100 sex for every $1 tip. Sounds about right. Hosting bonus. That doesn't exist anymore, so don't worry about that. You can also ban people from using it. Like at the minute, the bot itself won't earn any loyalty settings. And I, as the third Richard 040, the streamer, won't earn points. Maybe you want to earn points yourself. See, what I do is I actually, on my proper stream, I let myself earn points. So then my points build up because I don't use them, right? And then I can just have like an extra giveaway every now and again where I give away all my points, which is pretty cool. And don't forget to save your settings if you've done something. Hosts don't receive any sex anymore. But you do have settings there. Now, I am gonna, if I may, we've got this here. Let me move it over here and log into my because I want to show you my actual Stream Elements, because I am an affiliate. And one day you will be, if you want to be. Where do I have to go? No, I have to go to my... Fuck, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Loyalty settings. So when you get to be an affiliate, you get some extra settings here. Like you get baronite, you get a certain amount there. You get a subscriber multiplier, which is pretty cool. You also get tipping bonus, I've populated this with a lot of bots and stuff. No, tipping bonus was there before. Now, subscriber bonus. When people sub, they get an instant bonus of points. Cheering, they get some cheers. I've still got something in the hosting, but that doesn't really matter anymore. And you've got all those settings there. So that's mine. I just wanted to show off that, yeah, once you hit affiliate, you do have a subscriber multiplier, and you should probably raise that up, because the point of giveaways and that subscriber multiplier and everything else that you do is kind of, when you get to affiliate stage, if not before, if you really want to be successful, and I say this as someone that's probably been a little bit successful, especially compared to people that are lower down the food chain than me. The Twitch list, which is kind of a lot of people. But there's still quite a lot of successful people above me. I know my place. But if you want to be successful in this, at some point you got to start thinking of your stream not just as something you do, you know, a little hobby. You've got to think of it as something like a business, and you've got to start analyzing it a little bit. And you've got to start thinking of ways to pull people in. So if I'm running a giveaway, and while people are watching, they're earning these points, which they can then use to buy tickets for whatever my giveaway is about, then if they've got the option of watching streamer A or me, but streamer A isn't running a giveaway, I might just be the little thing that tips them from going to watch streamer A to come in and watch your stream, right? I'm going to name mine Fart Rubles. Okay, you could do that if you want to, Official Kins. That's perfectly fine. So, you know, start thinking a little bit like that. Start treating it a bit more seriously, because if you want to go far, that kind of mentality is going to help you a lot. It helped me. I'm still thick as shit in some ways, but it helped me a little bit to get going. Oh, and as well, if you want to reward someone, there's a leaderboard setting where at the minute there's no one on my leaderboard except me. And, oh yeah, you can award yourself some points. So you can click up here. You can give points for people. Like, you can amend people's points. You can take them away as well. You can give points. Let's see, the third Richard. Because I had like 998 points. No, instead of giving myself that many, minus 999. No data available. There's no one on it because I've got a minus number of points right now. So if I was to go in here, you can check your points with the STREAMELEMENTS command. ! Points. I have 0 sex, and I'm ranked 1 out of 1 on the leaderboard. What a sad little leaderboard. Well, everyone has to start somewhere. So that's right there. Can we... Oh, it's fine. So, yeah, there's a little command for that. And also to buy a ticket, you can do ! Ticket. You don't have enough points to enter the giveaway. How sad. I could give myself the points, but I'm not going to. What? Why did I do that? Didn't want to do that. I wanted to bring up this one. For some reason, it minimized itself. So that's sort of how you run a giveaway. And I don't have a ticket, so at the minute, no one can win the giveaway. So we've set up this giveaway. No one's entered it. I'm now going to give myself some points so I can enter it. This is not Democracy Manifest. So I've given myself some points. How many did I need for a ticket for the giveaway? There is a public page right here as well. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry about that. Jesus, that was blindingly bright. That was. Right then. So there's also a little front page that you can... I mean, I have one running now. So if I just spam my giveaway in the chat, it's for a 50 quid Steam gift card voucher, which is going to be drawn on the 1st of May. Oh, that's next Monday. Right, so, yep. Giving myself a little shout out there because I've got a £50 Steam gift card. Don't forget to get in that if you're not in it already. I'm also going to be working overtime on Monday, but I'll be doing that in the morning. I've just got to not drink. But I have got the rest of the week off, so I can drink then. I need to cut down a little bit on the drinking sometimes. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. And then if you were to click the link in the actual stream chat that just popped up there, it will take you to a page that looks a bit like this, but it won't be calling it sex. It will be calling it Baronite. I'm going to get all up in that. You could get all up in that. Yes, feel free to. So, No one's bought a ticket yet, but I'm going to buy one. Buy a ticket. And from this page, which is what that link goes to, you could do that. And when you start a giveaway, it will have that in your chat. So there it is in the chats for the door giveaway. And now that I've bought a ticket, how do I go back to the page? Is it this one? It will say there's one person in it, which is me. What a sad little giveaway. What a sad little giveaway. But, yeah, it's only the streamer that's in it. Where's the little bit at the side gone? Oh, it's over here. Right, okay, so we're going to pay attention to what's happening on the chat here now, but when it's time to draw your giveaway, maybe you've used SNAZ, you've had a little countdown, the countdown's finally expired. You're going to close your giveaway. You can no longer enter the giveaway. And then, excuse me, I did like one of those weird burps where you don't actually burp, but like something deep down goes burp, as though you have burped. So I didn't actually burp then, I'm sorry about that. You can, if you're feeling charitable or just confused and are maybe slightly drunk, you can refund the tickets for the giveaway. But we're actually going to draw a winner so you can see what happens. So, obviously, I won the giveaway. Can I draw another winner? Not enough entrants. Okay. Well, we found out what that does. So I had a 100% chance of winning. But if you have more than one person in, it randomly picks someone and it'll tell you what their chances as well. So that's how to run a giveaway. Giving away a minute ago. Wait, what? Oh, that was the text I entered here. I was like, what? Giving away a minute ago. Right, okay. So that makes perfect sense now. So you can give it a description, and that description is what appears there where it says door giveaway when someone does exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. And then there's a giveaway description which appears on that other page we had. It probably won't let me reopen it now. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, because it's finished. It won't show the same screen. Does it say who won on this screen? Because it's after the giveaway's happened. It doesn't, because I picked a winner. So it'll just stay like that, I guess, forever. Interesting. All non-anonymous tippers will receive 100 secs. Brilliant. Oh, look, this is Streamlabs from earlier when we were setting up the chat box. So that's how to run a giveaway, basically. And you might be thinking, it's all right him giving away a £50 Steam gift card voucher each and every month, which is what I do, by the way. But I ain't got the money for that. Try and find something, even if like Steam also, on Steam, on the store, there's like this little gift card bit here. So it's got dollars here, even though I'm in this one. But you can send one through Steam. You could have a £4 one. You could have a £10 one, a £25 one. You can't have a £69 420 one, as someone found out the other day. You can even do a £100 one. I did one of these at Christmas. I might do one this coming Christmas too. Have like a double giveaway on Christmas. We'll see. Depends how the money situation is. But apparently found out today that we might be having a 5% pay rise. So that's not too bad for the year. I Love Spam Sandwiches is now at 91. So that's how to run giveaways. I definitely think that if you're a streamer out there, you should be trying to pull out all the stops to attract people to your stream. And even if it's only a £10 giveaway, it might... a £10 Steam gift card giveaway, it might be pretty good. Maybe you're giving away something a bit more random. But think about things if you're going to have like something as to how accessible that prize is for people. Like, for instance, a Steam gift card giveaway isn't very much use to someone that only has a PlayStation. What are they going to use a Steam gift card on? They don't have a PC. What are they going to do with it? Well, that's something you'll have to figure out. You'll have to go with whatever's most accessible. And there's always going to be people that it won't benefit, but a Steam gift card, like most people have Steam. Like a lot of people have Steam. I've had a Steam account since 3 months after Steam first came out. So, you know, there's people out there all over the place. Not even on break yet. I just had a break. I literally just had a break. I literally just had one. I don't know where Nicky's been, but I literally had a break. So that's how to run a giveaway. And I definitely recommend doing it. Oh, if you enter my giveaway this time, I know most of you already know that's here because you're not new. But this giveaway that I'm running on my proper stream this time, is only one ticket. You can only enter it with one ticket. And that is probably another point to mention as well, actually. I've closed the giveaway thing. You can set the ticket cost here. Oh, I didn't mention this bit. You can set how much each ticket costs and how many max tickets per user. Now, you have to think about when setting this up, what your loyalty settings are. Because if your ticket cost, right, as well as actually incentivizing people to enter your giveaway and therefore to be watching your stream, if you make your ticket cost like 5 and maximum tickets per user is 10, but your loyalty settings are giving away maybe, I don't know, 20 of whatever your giveaway currency is per 10 minutes. Is it 10 minutes? Per 10 minutes. Then that means every 10 minutes that they can get 4 of the tickets for your giveaway, which means that after about half an hour, no, not half an hour, after about 50 minutes, no, come on, use maths. After about half an hour, they'll have got the max tickets that they can. So you maybe want that as a slow burn where it takes them a little while to get the tickets. Otherwise, they just tune in for a bit to watch you to get the tickets and then sort off. I mean, they might not. You might actually be interesting, but that's why I have mine set so it's a slow build-up process rather than that to bribe people to stay. I'm giving away all my insider information right now, aren't I? Thrashing Bacon has a lot of points. An awful lot of points. He should bloody well spend some, but he can only buy 1 ticket this time. Everyone can only buy 1 ticket. Oh, yeah, and that was the other thing I was going to mention. When you set up a giveaway, consider if you have a community building up and you have people that have lots of these loyalty setting points, maybe you want to have some, if you do monthly giveaways, which is what I do, maybe you want to have some months where the ticket amount is higher. So that way, naturally, people that have been there longer will have an advantage, but maybe also spice things up as well. And some months have it so that the ticket count is low, or as I have this month, 1. So on months where it's low, then your new viewers to your stream will have just as much chance of winning, if you set it to 1, for instance, as people that have been there longer. But then you can also reward people other months that have been there longer with a higher ticket count as well. Interesting way. And that keeps things a bit interesting for both you as a streamer and probably for a lot of your viewers. Oh yeah, and there's a send confirmation via chat box, which you've probably seen me going off in my proper chat. Oh wait, I haven't started the giveaway, so I'd have to do that. Door giveaway, blah, 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 blah. Ticket cost, I'm going to set that to 1, create and start. Send confirmation via chat. I am sure this has a bug. Right, it's saying that the giveaways happen there. So when it sends a confirmation via chat, board a ticket like that. I am sure there's a bug in the StreamElements chatbot where after about 20 days, it stops responding when you buy a ticket successfully. It will still work if you try and buy one when you can't, but it won't. After so many days, I swear it stops. But that's a little thing that you can, now that you know about it, you can plan for. So that's how to run a giveaway. That's some philosophy behind it. Don't want this to go on too long because I have to work tomorrow. And it won't do. It won't do. The spam sandwich counter is now on 96. Holy heck, it's going to get over 100. Wow. Right then. So, the last section, I believe, was text-to-speech. Now, this is going to be interesting.